Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Vinaxius, and we're playing Hearthstone Arena. Into the pit. We're on the ropes now. One more loss and we're out. I really hope we get at least one more win here. Because I felt pretty good about this Shaman deck. I'm not gonna lie. I think there were a lot of cards we could have drawn to win our last game against a Warrior. What is really neat right now, though, is that we have played against a different class every game. And that trend is actually going to continue on to Game 7. And that's nice. I like having this sort of variety happening. I'm just going to keep Mad Bomber here. My aggressive mulliganing of higher cost items might actually be a factor in me losing. I don't think there's anything I discarded from my opening hand that would have turned anything around, though, so maybe not. Shield Bear does not mix well with Mad Bomber. Let's just say that. I'm just going to Mad Bomber next turn and see what happens. He's definitely got a coin and play something, so that's good. 3-2 Panther. If I get super lucky, Mad Bomber is going to deal with that, and that'll make me really happy. I could have Stoneforged Axe as well. That was not the most ideal thing to have happen. But I'm definitely going to get Jungle Panther off the regular Panther off the board with Mad Bomber, unless he deals with the Mad Bomber somehow, which he does. So that thing's going to get Wrathed, and you know what? I don't mind being behind a little bit right now. My hope, though, is that my Unbound Elemental survives. Because if he does, I get to buff him up quite a bit. We'll see what happens.
Bring me steel.
Alright. Alright. I'm gonna survive. And, we could Lava Burst, and that would keep me from taking the 4 damage. But I don't think 4 damage is a huge deal right now. So I'm going to Stormforged Axe, a Lightning Bolt the Smith. I will attack the Panther. I'll swing in for 4. I'm going to play a top. And that leaves me at a 3-card disadvantage now. But it leaves me with a strong presence on the board. So we'll see how that plays out. Next turn we'll have 3 mana. Do I want to Lava Burst that? It's just a Silverback Patriarch. I think Lava Burst is better saved for something a lot more scary. And next turn, if I don't overload, which I did not, I'll be able to play a Fire Elemental, and that's good. And we still have 1 tick left on our Stormforged Axe to do 2 damage on top of the 3 that we'll do with Fire Elemental. We'll see what he plays out. His card advantage is scary right now, but my cards in my hand are very strong. So we'll see what happens as a result. He does 1 damage and draws a card with Wrath. That leaves him with 3 mana. Give me something to deal 3 damage to. There we go. Nice. So now I get to do 3 damage to Blood Knight. I'll swing in with my Unbound Elemental. And because I have another Stormforged Axe, I'm just going to swing at him. Next turn, if he plays something that warrants Stormforged Axe being equipped, I can do that. Maybe I'll equip Stormforged Axe anyways, because then the Overload procs on the Unbound Elemental and I get more damage. And he's going to Starfire and deal with my Fire Elemental, which is absolutely a fair play. We only have 7 mana, and I have a lot of options available to me. Windfury Harpy might be nice to get out on the field right now, but that's the only thing I'll play this turn. And Master Swordsmith is a good thing to get out right now as well. So here is what I'll do. Looks good.
Elements guide me.
And with that additional Overload proc, my Unbound Elemental is buffed up a little bit more. And that's a very good result from Master Swordsmith. Just giving that 1 extra damage to the Unbound Elemental is something I'm absolutely happy with. He faceless Manipulators, which is kinda sucky. However, if he does not play a taunt, which he does not, I am going to get the job done here. Absolutely, we have enough damage with our lava burst. I will finish him off, and he concedes before I get the last hit off. Okay with that. That was a respectful game. And we got a little bit of gold from one of our quests being completed, which is nice. And we at least get to 5 wins. That's great. Honestly, being at 2 losses is very exciting and keeps you on the edge of your seat. At least it has me on the metaphorical edge of my seat. I'm actually rested very comfortably on my chair right now, but I am leaning forward very intently right now. And this is the first matchup where we're playing a class we've already played before, which is, well, the Shaman. This is a very good-looking draw, but I am going to replace Shield Bear and Stranglethorn Tiger, actually, in the hopes that we get Unbound Elemental, or this is really good too. Because we go second, that's also even better. Our turn 2 is going to be very strong. The question is, what do we want to turn 2? I mean, we could Flame Tongue Totem, but that doesn't sound very smart. Well, if we turn to Feral Spirit, that leaves us with 1 mana on turn 3, which means we won't be able to play Flame Tongue Totem, but that'll get the most damage out on the board. I think we should turn to Raging Worgen. I feel like that would be the strongest play here. So let's coin Raging Worgen, end our turn, and see how he responds. How he responds will definitely change what I will play out. Ideally, he does nothing to scare me, and my Raging Worgen can survive after like killing something. Maybe it'll get its enrage off, and then I can Feral Spirit to protect it a little bit. And then after the Feral Spirit, my turn 4 will be Flame Tongue Totem. Always thinking ideals here. Looks like we will definitely be doing just that. Raging Worgen will hit that. Whoa, not Flame Tongue Totem. We'll Feral Spirit, get a couple wolves out, and we'll end our turn. And next turn, if he does not get some of these things killed, we're going to get a lot of damage off. However, like a thunderstorm or something like that is just going to mess me over, and that is kind of scary. Fingers crossed, though. Let's hope that doesn't happen. He has a crazy card advantage. By crazy, I mean 2, which is still quite significant. Because those 2 are the 2 I've just played out on the battlefield, actually. And he does Lightning Storm! Gosh dang it. That's bad. That's really not good. I was asking for it. I'm just gonna play a totem. Let's not Flame Tongue Totem. Let's too juicy of a target. See, now we can Flame Tongue Totem and get some damage off next turn at the very least. Of course it had to be the Lightning Storm, man. You know what? I can blame no one but myself for that, though, so I'll take it. He plays a Flame Tongue Totem of his own and gets, well, crap. I don't like that at all, either. I will continue to be honest here. I'm going to play Stranglethorn Tiger. It's not going to die this turn because it has stealth. And next turn we get to Fire Elemental, kill the Flame Tongue Totem, and that's going to ease up on the damage that's going to be thrown at us. Another totem. Of course it has to be Stoneclaw. That won't affect my Fire Elemental play, though. It will affect the fact that he has Mana-type Totem out, which is scary. Let's think about this here. Mad Bomber is a no-go. Let's just say that. I think it's okay if we leave Flame Tongue Totem on the board, because I should incentivize dealing with the Mana-type. It unstealths my Tiger, but at least it doesn't get him an even more crazy card advantage, which is what I'm really afraid of. And right now we have some strong stuff on the field. He's a Shaman, he probably has Hex. He'll probably Hex the Fire Elemental, and that will suck, but can't really be avoided. We can at least give the frog that he'll turn into a Flame Tongue totem buff, but look at all his cards. He has to do something here. I do have Lava Burst to deal with some big things. Instead he forked Lightnings, and that is really painful. This guy's hurting me, man. He's playing really well. His cards are coming out now, though, at the very least, which is good. He's gonna deal with all my creatures right here. My next turn, Lava Burst is definitely going to be a thing. Let's just do that right now. And now, here's the question. Should we Rock Bite a weapon? Or... yeah, I'd say we should do that. I'll Rock Bite a weapon myself. Get the Flame Tongue off the board. Totemic Call, or just some random totem. I get my Wrath of Air, which is nice. Wrath of Air definitely works really well. I did use one of my Lava Bursts already, but I have a second one. I'm going to be locked out of 2 mana, which means I'll have 6 next turn. He plays a Motion and Warden. Well, honestly, that's quite annoying. Not gonna lie. Let's Mad Bomber and see what happens. Hopefully we get... wow! That's not what I wanted to happen. And you know what? It's okay to say thank you when your opponent does something like that. Well, now I definitely don't want a Lava Burst. We can Earthen Ring Forest here and just heal myself a bit. I'm okay with that. Let's do that. And we'll see what he does next turn. I'm not worried about Motion on Warden right now because it only does 1 damage. Of course he's gonna get some of my stuff here dealt with, and he plays his own Fire Elemental. See, absolutely glad I saved Lava Burst. And he plays another Taunt, which is okay by me. I don't mind. I can deal with the Taunt next turn for sure, at least. And an Argent Commander makes for an interesting decision as well. I could Argent Commander right now. And I honestly don't see why not. Let's do it. We'll get that dealt with, and then next turn we'll deal with the Motion on Warden for sure. Unless he plays something even more scary, of course, in which case things might change, but given what we have in our hand right now, probably not. His card advantage is really scary, though. There are some high mana cards that I haven't drawn in all this time, but that's just the way card games go. He hexed it. That sucks. He hexed it. I am not surprised.
The Frost Wolves stand ready.
And Frostwolf Warlord is going to be very scary as well. I don't think we have a choice between an Elemental for sure. Well, the question is, what do I do here? Do I play out my whole hand? That doesn't sound very smart. I'm going to do that for sure. I will Rockbite or Weapon myself. And that's going to allow me to bring the Motion Warden down to 1. And next turn, assuming that my Healing Totem lives, because I'm pretty sure I'm bound to Elemental's not. I'm going to Flame Tongue Totem and at least get the Motion Warden killed. But I still have this Frostwolf Warlord that needs to be dealt with. Shoot. That is going to be brutal. Ow. Looks like this is going to be where we bow out, to be honest. I'm not liking the looks of this. He still has a card advantage. He has a way bigger board presence. And I'm kind of screwed. I don't see a huge response to this, especially after my... See, why don't I get hexes? I have 2 hexes in my deck. That's RNG, though. Well, ask and ye shall receive. That is nice. At least get a little bit of control back. And now I can feel okay playing Flame Tongue Totem. Bunch of things to kill. So let's start clearing all these taunts off the board. A 3-4 card advantage. I guess 3 because he went first. This is really scary because he has full mana and I am top decking. And all of my creatures on the board deal 0 damage. Yeah, this is not looking good for me. Mind you, he doesn't have a huge amount of damage on his field as well, but how much does that change? Probably not a lot.
Guide me.
I'll just kill the Stoneclaw, I guess. But now that I think about it, I probably should have killed the frog because he can just get another Stoneclaw out there. Excuse me. Okay, everything on my side is dead. Definitely glad I didn't play out Big Game Hunter yet. But looks like it's going to be a very slow death by Pipe-Sized Summoner. Especially because he has 5 mana and didn't play any of these 2 cards. Something very strong is on the horizon. And it's just a matter of time before we find out what it is.
Well played.
Thanks, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really change much. He's slowly whittling me down. Oh! I guess this explains it. He's just going to lightning bolt me twice, and that's going to be a good game. Yeah, that was a solid victory by him, and here's where we bow out. So now, how's our history looking? Since we have begun this series of videos, I have gone 6-3 with a hunter, 4-3 with a mage, that was not recorded, which is unfortunate, 4-3 with a paladin, and 5-3 with a shaman. So I'm feeling okay with the shaman game. We have yet to break out into a huge winning streak and come out ahead of the 6 games. 7 games of victories is where we break even, I think, and get enough gold straight from Arena to be able to play Arena again. So that's going to be our goal still, which has been our goal since the first video, which was the 6-3 Hunter series, I guess. We opened up a Golden, which is nice. I don't see myself playing a Warrior often, but maybe we will. Until I plan on playing Constructed, like, investing in it, I don't plan on disenchanting anything, really. So let's not worry about that. Going to Cold is nice. The other 2 are okay. Much less useful, I'd say. Unless it's in a pre-stack, but, you know, we won't talk about that. Explosion Shot is good for a Hunter deck. And Twisting Nether is an interesting card, let's put it that way. Anyways, that is the end of our latest Arena run with a Shaman. I thank you very much for watching, thank you for your support, and I will, of course, see you next time.